Hello, Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is super exciting. We are going to talk about my November favorites. I love watching such type of videos myself as well, so therefore I also love to create such type of videos. So I would say let's just get straight into it. Grab yourself some nice drink. Let's start with the first item. So the first item or items on my list are these yellow leather gloves. I fell in love with them because they always add this perfect touch of color to any outfit, and what I also love especially that they are these like racer type of gloves with these cutouts. I love to add it to outfits which need a bit masculinity or just a touch of color when it feels a bit dull and not put together yet. I wore them a couple of times already to various outfits. I'm going to show some pictures here. And I also realized that I don't really tend to wear colors, and I used to be someone who wears all black every day, like all of my outfits used to be black, and somehow recently I feel like I want to wear more colors and I want to add more like personality with colors to my outfits, and that's why I also got these gloves, these burgundy reddish color, and I think they will look so nice with brown, like for example with the same brown blazer which I use for the yellow ones. I think somehow like burgundy or red with brown. I wish I also had a brown wool coat. I think that would also look super chic. I actually do have a brown wool coat. I just don't tend to wear it because it's a bit too small. Anyways, I think it looks very nice with brown as well. And I love to add things to my outfits which are not only chic or pretty, but they are also useful. Like for example gloves. Okay, these ones are not lined, so they are not that warm, but these, for example, they are like nice properly lined gloves. And you know, when sometimes you put on like accessories or like additions to your outfit, a lot of times I feel like this with jewelry, for example, all these bangles, when they are making this sound, and sometimes they just tend to get like over simulating, and that's why I love these practical additions to the outfits, because they are comfortable, they are practical, and they do elevate as well your outfits. Next up we have my brown leather boots. I actually got them last year, but I really did not wear them until this year November, because I don't know, somehow last year I feel like I did not really reach for boots or like more dainty shoes simply out of practicality. But this year I feel like I reach to them more and more, even with casual outfit. I realized that I can wear them simply with jeans, because somehow earlier I felt like these boots are more for like dressier outfits, but I try to like experiment with it a bit with jeans. And I also love the look of one pair, not one pair, like one side of the jeans being tucked into the boots and the other side just normally like over the boots. It adds this character and texture to your outfit, and the more I wear them, the more I like them. They are very nice quality. I think the brand is something with V. I'm going to link here the brand's name. They have this vintage riding boot aesthetic for me, like very classic, and I love the fact that they're a bit more wide. You can tuck in your jeans, and yeah, I think it also looks more flattering, because I know that a lot of us are struggling with tight boots and not being able to put your legs inside, or like not being able to pull up the zipper. And I love in these that they are a bit more wide, roomy, and you don't have to worry about all these things. Next up we have again shoes, but this time we have these black leather loafers. And I know I talked about loafers already on my channel. These are my trusty all loafers which I always used to wear, and I realized that also in winter I can still wear them if it's not like -5 degrees outside. They're pretty nice actually, especially with like wool socks or like double layer of socks. I came across on Vinted by this pair, and first I just put them to my favorites because I was not really planning to buy black loafers, but they were 4 euros, only 4 euros. And I don't know whether you can tell, but they have this ergonomic sole. And when I put them on, and when I first went outside in them, I genuinely thought for a second, did I forget to put on my shoes? Because they were so comfortable that it felt wrong, you know, like it felt like I'm walking outside in my socks, but like in a good way. And yeah, so they are super, super comfortable. They have this like slightly elevated heel. I'm not necessarily a fan of that, but I don't think you can really tell by far. I feel like it's a bit grandma-like, this elevated heel, but yeah, I mean, this is just tiny, tiny detail, which I really don't mind. Actually, now that I look at it, it looks quite pretty. Anyways, I really love to style it as well, and I love this ruching here. It's super on trend right now. I see it literally everywhere. And I know that loafers do cost a lot, and they are probably around, I think, at least like 100 euros if you buy them new. And I'm so happy I got them for 4, and even with these nice details in the front. What I also think is super nice with loafers is like colorful socks, and of course they won't be completely visible because of the pants, but I think it's like adds like a nice touch when the socks are like, you know, like peeking through. And I think also with the black it looks very nice. Also like wool socks, you can see this texture. Yeah, I think they're amazing. And next up we have a clothing piece, and it's this lovely sweater right here. It is again thrifted, so I cannot like link you anything. And I also must say that I think it's most likely handmade because there is no label whatsoever inside, and I feel like this, I don't know, like it gives me handmade vibes in like a good way, of course. I think, like I said, there is no label inside, so I'm not sure what is the material, but I'm pretty sure it's almost 100% wool, or like wool and I don't know, probably some polyacryl maybe mixed, maybe not 100% wool, but it's super thick, it's not itchy, and let me tell you, it's so warm. I spent a day in this outside walking in the city, and I did not get cold at all. Like, you know, like this nice cozy warm feeling where it's not like you're sweating underneath, you know, this simply very cozy feeling when you're not too hot, you're not too cold. It's just perfect warmth of the sweater, and I really love the details on it. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the front, but I kind of like this, and I think I mean the fit is pretty much the same from both sides, so it doesn't really matter, you can just choose a side always. I love the fact that it's colorful again, because the colors are not too overwhelming. It's not hard to style it, but still I think it makes the outfit so much more interesting. And I also love the fact that this thing is actually not black. I don't know whether you can tell, but it's like a chocolate, very dark chocolate brown here. And actually this is kind of my favorite color combo. Dark green and like yellowish, orangish colors. I think they look so nice together, and I can't wait to wear this sweater more and more. Next up, we have this lovely cashmere coat. This one I actually got in Oxfam. If you follow me on my TikTok or Instagram, mainly on TikTok I talk about it, what I find and where I find them. And I've been mentioning Oxfam quite often, and I realized that not so many people know about Oxfam. If you want to know more and what you can find there, then head over to my TikTok. we found this, actually my boyfriend found it, not me. He just picked it up. I think first he saw that it's a men's coat, I'm not sure. And anyways, it turned out that it's a women's coat, 2 sizes bigger than my size, but I do love it because, especially with coats, if they are your size, you cannot literally layer underneath. So I tried it on in Oxfam and it was the perfect fit. I love the shoulders, that it's like padded and it's a bit boxy. And actually I've been always searching for a coat like this, which has this nice double-breasted, the colors and everything like very structured, and I had to get it, and it was 100% cashmere, and I don't really remember how much it cost. I think around 40 euros, but definitely not more than 40, I would say. And yeah, it's definitely worth it to get high quality pieces from vintage stores or Vinted or secondhand anywhere. I'm actually planning to make like a series, kind of like a thrifting academy, I want to call it. I plan to do it on TikTok and Instagram, like small series where I talk about how to find the best pieces, because I know that a lot of people are actually struggling on finding nice pieces on Vinted. I see a lot of comments like, how do you all find these nice pieces on Vinted? I cannot find anything on Vinted. And yeah, I think I will make this series and hopefully help some of you out. So let's move on to our last item, which is actually not a clothing item. It is a perfume. We were not so long ago in Galerie Lafayette and I tried one perfume. Actually, I tried a lot of perfumes and I loved a lot of them, especially from Guerlain. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Anyways, the tobacco honey. And the other perfume which I wanted to try since forever, but in my city they don't have it. It's this one. It's the Balmain Carbon. And I tried it on the paper first. And I put the paper in my coat. I'm wearing this coat basically every single day, and I also was going to work in it. And a lot of people were complimenting. Did not even realize that I still have this scent. I realized it later when I was passing by my coat at home, that I keep on smelling and smelling this perfume, even though I just sprayed it on the paper and it was sitting in the pocket of my coat. My guilt is that if I like a perfume, I cannot stop thinking about it, and I cannot stop thinking about this smell. But for my own defense, I do use and I do love all of my perfumes, just simply for different occasions, all of them, like for different moods, you know. And this one, actually I did not get the full size. I got only the 10 milliliters, but the cool thing is that you can actually use your purchase as a voucher. So if you decide to buy the full size, basically you will get the full size, but price what you already paid for the small one will be deducted. So it's very nice, I think, and it's just a nice opportunity to try out and see whether you actually like the perfume. And it is actually a unisex scent. So it's this small bottle, and I love that it's like super dark. Somehow I cannot describe the smell. It's like hints of rose, like smoked rose. I don't know how to describe it. And leather, like for sure leather. And usually I'm not a fan of leather scents, but this one somehow, I don't know, I love it. Alright, I think that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration from this one. Without further ado, I'm wishing you a wonderful week, a wonderful day, and hopefully we see each other at my next video. Bye guys!